So in the topmost spiritual world, Goloka, there are two divisions. One is Sri Radha Krishna pastimes happens, that is Goloka Vrindavan. And the second one is Sri Gauranga pastimes happening in Navadvipa. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna combined. So it is Lord Krishna with the mood of Srimati Radharani. Now someone may ask a question, where do the Prema Bhaktas, they really go? So actually there is one case where one question may arise. What if a devotee is equally worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also Radha Krishna? What will happen? So the question is, the answer is very, very easy. What happens? The Jiva has Jiva has a lot of potential. So in this case, the Jiva can divide into two, and one will serve in Navadvipa, and the other one actually serve in Goloka Vrindavan. So this is possible. Then also, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Navadvipa and Lord Krishna from Goloka Vrindavan descend to this earth, their Dhamas and holy rivers are also chosen. For Lord Krishna, the Leela Dham is Vrindavan, and the main holy river is Yamuna. And for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Leela Dhama is Nawadvipa, and the main holy river is Ganga. So this is why, if you see that in our the mantra to really make the Ganga Jal water, what we say, Om Gange Cha Yamune Chaiva. So this Ganga and Yamuna, and these are the topmost. So Navadvipa is the manifestation of Navadvipa. So if we look at the map of Navadvipa, it is compared to a lotus flower. Today we plan to cover Navadvipa and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also in an overall high level, because we will be flowing through the Chaitanya Caritamrta's flow, so we will be covering a lot as we go. So now talking about Ganga Devi, so Ganga Devi descended from the spiritual sky. When the toenail of Lord Vamanadeva touched the upper covering of this Brahmanda, so he just his nail just poked the shield, so causing the drops from Braja river to really come down. So if you see the picture at the left side, which you all have really seen many times, and so there you will see the Braja river along with Lord, so you will see near Lord Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu is lying and breathing so many unlimited Brahmandas, and he is actually just there situated in the Braja river region. So here, if we take our Brahmanda, it has 14 levels, or we can say 14 dimensions. And our earth is situated in the middle plane. So 7th from top, because the top is the Satyaloka, which is the top. And then also, as you see, every Brahmanda has a shield, as we just mentioned. This shield cannot be seen by ordinary eyes. Actually, our eyes cannot see so many things, not even the full spectrum of all kinds of rays. What we see in this world is a material reflection of a higher cause. But we think that what we see in this world is the reality, but whereas the saints, scriptures, they all say that these material worlds are not real. So the descension of Ganga Devi had several reasons. King Bhagirathi, this is actually, it is there in the Puranas. So King Bhagirathi decided that the Ganga Devi to descend to earth to purify the remains of the 60,000 sons of his great-grandfather, King Sagar. And Vamanadeva made it to happen for this Chaturyuga. So when Ganga Devi dripped down from the spiritual world, the folds was so enormous. So Ganga Devi told that when I really come down, it is really going to be so much of folds, and then how the earth is going to really withhold this. So then, by seeing this danger, Lord Shiva, who is an expansion of Sadashiva, received the Ganga on his head. Absorbing the folds, he released the water slowly on the earth so that the earth can handle. So while we see only snow caps are melting from Himalayas, but the fact is that there are spiritual manifestation of Ganga Devi is hidden from our material eyes. So King Bhagiratha cut a deep gorge in the earth with his chariot. This gorge went all the way to the Bay of Bengal. So King Bhagirathi was the one showing Ganga Devi as how she should flow. So he was going in front and Ganga Devi was just following. So that is how the Purana is actually stating. So this is another reason that Ganga Devi is also called Bhagirathi, because she got the name after Bhagiratha, who really made Ganga Devi to really flow. Now, if you if you really go a little more deep about Ganga Devi, so when Ganga Devi was flowing all the way from Gangotri, she was finally approaching Nawadvipa Dham. She came to the Jahnu, which is one of the 9 islands of Nawadvipa now, which also we are going to see. So in this Jahnu, the Rishi called Jahnu Rishi, his name was Jahnu Rishi, he was living in that area. So now Ganga Devi is coming near the area of Nawadvipa. So the Jahnu Rishi was deeply in meditation. So when Ganga was flowing, what happened? His meditation got broken because of the sound. His meditation got disturbed. So what he did? He became so furious, and immediately drank the whole Ganga water. The Ganga was simply gone inside the body of Rishi, this Jahnu Rishi. No more Ganga. So King Bhagiratha then worshipped the Jahnu Muni for some time to please him. So being pleased with the king, Jahnu Muni let Ganga flow out from him. And one scripture says that the Ganga actually re-emerged from his thigh, and another place it is mentioned that the Ganga actually flowed from the sage's, Jahnu's ear. So this is how it is mentioned. But anyway, so Ganga Devi re-emerged again. So since then another name for Ganga Devi is Jahnavi, and she became famous as the daughter of Jahnu Muni. So this place is now called Nawadvipa in the name of that Jahnu Rishi, and is the part of Nawadvipa, which we are going to see in detail as we go. So actually also it is said that it is Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu who was the one who originally even manifested Jahnu Rishi to really appear. So this is another story behind. So anyway, so that is more. And when Ganga Devi was about to flow into the ocean, she stopped for a while and hesitated to flow into the ocean. Why? Because she was in the Nawadvipa Dham. So the Nawadvipa Dham is Vrindavan. So she wanted to circumambulate the Nawadvipa as much as possible. So what she did? She twisted the flow in a zigzag fashion, as you can see in the map. See, it's all completely all zigzag. And because she did not want to leave the place, thus she made a lotus flower-like shape with 9 islands. So 9 islands were formed when she was reaching this Nawadvipa Dham before she was entering into the ocean. So this is the Nawadvipa Dham that we really see today, as you see in the map. Also, even now, she changes her direction here and there, causing floods and all those things also. It happens. It happened many times. Even recently also, like there were a lot of flood in Nawadvipa. Anyway, now let us continue. Navadvip is very holy because it is same as Vrindavan. Actually, it is called hidden Vrindavan. When Lord Krishna descended as Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years ago from Nawadvipa, he came with many of his associates from his abode, primarily including the Panchatattva. So we covered that Panchatattva in the last class. Sri Krishna, Caitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivasadi. So they're all Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So all his associates, and including the Panchatattva, they all took birth in various islands of Navadvipa. So what are the 9 islands of Navadvipa? Okay, that's what we are going to go in more details. Andardvipa, Mayapura. So Mayapura is in this Andardvipa. This is a center. So if you see the map on the left side, so then you see the orange color, orange, yellow, yellowish orange. So that is the Andardvipa. So Mayapura is actually the center. Then let us simply go over the map clockwise. So what do we see? Simandadvipa is at the top right. And Godrumadvipa is below and right. And Madhyadvipa is under this Andardvipa. That is Madhyadvipa. Then Goladvipa. So the Goladvipa is the red colored at the bottom left. Then Rutudvipa is the black colored that is the left. It may be little tough to find sometime. It's there on the left side in the black color. Then we have Jahnu that is brown at the left again. And then actually it's called Modadrumadvipa. It's very difficult to pronounce sometimes. So this is actually the gray at the top left. And then finally Rudradvipa, which is pink color at top left. So why 9 islands? So this is the question. Why there are 9 islands? So this number 9 is really having a very big significance actually. So there is a deep secret behind why there are 9 islands in Navadvipa. These 9 islands actually represents the 9 angas of Bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam. This comes from Caitanya, Srimad Bhagavatam, where Prahlad Maharaj is actually telling this one to his father Hiranyakashipu when he was asking what you learned. So now this has 9 angas of, these are 9 angas of Bhakti. These 9 angas of Bhakti are mapped to the 9 islands of this Navadvipa. What are they? I will cover the Andardvipa later because as it flows, I am going through as it is going as per the sloka. Simandadvipa that corresponds to Shravanam. Shravanam means hearing. Then the second one, Godrumadvipa, corresponds to Kirtanam. Kirtanam means chanting and also singing doing Nama Sankirtan, all those comes in the Kirtanam. Then you have the Madhyadvipa that corresponds to Smaranam, which is memorizing. Also chanting also includes there in fact. Then Goladvipa corresponds to Pada Sevanam, serving the lotus feet of the Lord. And Rutudvipa corresponds to Archanam, that is worshipping the Lord. Then Jahnu, which we just covered some time back, that was a place where the Jahnu Rishi was actually meditating, and when Ganga Devi was coming, and we really covered that history also. This Jahnu corresponds to Vandanam, offering prayers. Then we have Modrumadvipa that corresponds to Dasyam. Dasyam means being a servant to the Lord. And then the next one, Rudradvipa, corresponds to Sakyam. Sakyam corresponds to serving as a friend. Then the last one is Navadvipa, which is the most important. Actually, we could have really started from this, but in the sloka it comes at the last, because this is the topmost stage of the Bhakti. These 9 angas of Bhakti, finally it comes to a stage where you offer the whole Atma, your whole Atma, everything. Nivedana means is Arpana, that means you are actually giving everything. Atma, give you all the Atma. So that is the core of everything, and that is fully surrendering to the Lord. So that corresponds to the Navadvipa. That is where the Mayapura is also there. Now, if you see Navadvipa and also the Vrindavan, there is something very, very unique that we really see here. What is that? So at the left side, you see the map of Braja. So that is the Vrindavan. And Vrindavan has 12 forests, 12 main forests. There are vanas and also upavanas, sub-forests also. And all these vanas are also mapped to the 9 islands of Nawadvipa. So how they are mapped? Navadvipa, I am again going in the same order as in the previous slide. Navadvipa is mapped to Belvana. So Belvana is the place which is actually just outskirts of Vrindavan, and that is where goddess Laxmi is still in tabas. She is meditating because she wanted to see the pastime of Lord Krishna's rasa dance, but she is still in the tabas. That is in Belvana. Then the second one is Gotruma. So this Gotruma corresponds to Nandagrama, where Lord Krishna and all as a cowherding and all these pastimes, they all happened in Nandagrama and around. That is basically belongs to the Gotruma. Then the corresponds. Third one is Madhyadvipa. This Madhyadvipa corresponds to Kamyavana. There are a lot of pastimes there too. Koladvipa corresponds to Bahulvana and Kadirvana, and also Govardhana is also included here. That is Koladvipa. Then comes Ritudvipa. This Ritudvipa is actually corresponds to Vrindavana and also includes Radhakunda as well. And Jahnu corresponds to Bhadravana, and Motrumadvipa corresponds to Bandirvana and Kamyavana. Then Rudradipa corresponds to Belvana, by the way. So Belvana has 2 mappings. So that is Simandadvipa and also Rudradvipa, both actually corresponds to Belvana. Then the Andradvipa, which is the core of this whole Navadvipa, that corresponds to Gokula Mahavana and also Madhuvana. So these are the 2 vanas from Vrindavan, which are mapped to this island. All right. Now, we all know, and especially those who all came to Vrindavan Parikrama, you all must have seen that all the places that we are visiting, we invariably saw the deities of Lord Shiva. Actually, we worship as Sada Shiva. So this Sada Shiva is the guardian of Vrindavan, as we know. Also in Navadvipa, same thing. So very same way, Navadvipa also, because it is also Vrindavan, the guardian of Navadvipa is also Lord Shiva. So you can see some pictures of Lord Shiva temples. As you see there, I put only few of them. There are a lot of them. So you see like Vritta Shiva, then also Harigara Kshetra, which is another very famous place. And then Sri Hamsa Vahana, there also Lord Shiva is there. And there are more actually. But anyway, the fact is that Navadvipa is also protected by Lord Shiva. So, in fact, when Lord Caitanya visited South India, and Lord Sadashiva and Parvati Devi appeared there as a Brahmin and Brahmini, and received Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they offered prayers. So Lord Caitanya also spent a few days with them and discussed many intimate topics. That's what the Chaitanya Caritamrta is actually talking about. But anyway, whenever and wherever Lord Krishna performs pastimes, the Sadashiva always takes a very important role. As we have seen in many pastimes of Lord Krishna, Especially Sadashiva as Lord Shiva will take the opposite side to fight with Lord Krishna. Whenever there is something coming in the past time, he always, as you know, comes, because nobody else can do that. So that is a unique greatness of Lord Sadashiva. So he, of course, he is the first Vaishnava. Yeah, because Vaishnavanam yada sambhuhu. And now Nawadvipa is so glorious with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with Panchatattva personalities, and so many associates appeared in all these 9 islands. And Lord Chaitanya not only brought his associates from Nawadvipa, but also he brought so many from Dwaraka, Saket and Vaikunda, all. So many associates came from there also. And there is a great scripture called Nawadvipa Dham, Dhama Mahimamrta. This was actually composed by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. This Bhakti Vinod Thakur is considered as the 7th Goswami. And he is also the one, as you all know, that Jeva Dharma and so many wonderful shastras that he manifested. I think something about 78 contributions he really did. But anyway, so this glorifying this Navadvipa, and there is how he starts actually with the prayer. So how he is doing is Jaya Jaya Navadvipa Chandra Sachi Suta Jaya Jaya Nityananda Raya Vaduta Jaya Jaya Navadvipa Chandra Sachi Suta Jaya Jaya Nityananda Raya Vaduta. All glory to the son of Sachi, Lord Chaitanya, the moon of Navadvipa. All glories to the Avaduta Nityananda Rai. Then Jaya Jaya Sri Advaita Prabhu Mahashaya Gadadara Srivasa Pandita Jaya 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 Sri Advaita Prabhu Mahashaya Gadadara Srivasa Pandita Jaya Jaya. So all glory to the worshipable Sri Advaita Prabhu, all glory to Gadadhar Pandit and Srivasa Pandita. And then he goes on, again one more I will put. Jaya Navadvipa Dhama Sarva Dhama Sara Jaya Navadvipa Vasi Gaura Parivara Jaya Navadvipa Dhama Sarva Dhama Sara Jaya Navadvipa Vasi Gaura Parivara. All glory to Navadvipa Dham, the best of all abodes. All glories to the residents of Navadvipa, the associates of Sri Gaura. So like that it goes. So this Navadvipa is the hidden Vrindavan, and which is the pastime place of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates. And in fact, in many, many ways, this Navadvipa is more merciful than Vrindavan. So this is something very important for us to note. And that is another reason that many devotees, they prefer to first do the Navadvipa Parikrama first, and then they really go for the Vrindavan Parikrama. So this is something I wanted to share. But anyway, now there is something about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and coming from Lord Chaitanya behind. So anyway, the last class also we just touched a little bit. But here I am actually going to be probably adding a little more, which I haven't really done that time. So as we touched last week, the important and topmost internal reason for Lord Krishna to appear as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was to taste Radharani's pranaya and glorify her topmost position in Prema Bhakti. So Lord Krishna is Sachidananda. Right? He is Ananda. He is Chachidananda. He is always in bliss. He is Atma. He is also Atma Rama. So Atma Rama is also saying that he doesn't need anything. He is always blissful. But there is a difference. But a Prema devotee, and also of course Radharani is the highest. He is a Haladini Sakti. And Radharani and also Gopis, they are having a higher blissful state than this Chachidananda that we are talking about. How is it? Because the Prema devotees taste Premananda. This Premananda is higher than Sajjidananda. So Lord Krishna was actually desperate. He was so desperate to taste this Premananda of especially Radharani. As she is the only one who has the highest prema and she is the only one who possesses Mahabhav. Krishna wanted to taste it. But how can he taste unless he becomes a prema devotee of himself? And who will give the prema the highest mood so that he can taste? It is not like an item that we really get from Amazon.com. No, it is a divine thing that is very, very special. Only Radharani can actually give. It's not, you cannot be obtained. Yes, for everyone, anyone who really wants to have prema, it has to come from like this only. Somebody who has really got prema is the only one who can give prema, like our Gurudev. So, Lord Krishna begged Radharani. So, he went, "Oh Radhe, I want one thing from you. I am begging for it. So what do you want? I want your prema for me. Please give it. You are tasting Premananda when you see my beauty. But I am not able to relish as you do. Please give your mood to me so that I can also taste as you do." All right, Radharani said, "I will give you my mood. But there is also something else I want to add with that. With my mood, you will be rolling down all over in Vrindavan and all the places. I do not want the stones and pebbles and all those to really, and the thorns to bother you. So I will also cover you with my skin so that you do not get any pain. And second, I also want to see how you really perform your pastime in this mood. So I will also come with you to witness your Leela." This is Gadadhar Pandit. That actually, we really have it in the Panchatattva. Of course, as we really go more in Chaitanya Caritamrta, and we will see how close these Gadadhar Pandits and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were actually. They were very close, intimate. So when Radha, but again, she came only to witness only here. There is nothing else. When Radharani bestowed her mood to Lord Krishna, and he became Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is Lord Krishna, but in the mood of Radharani. And because Radharani is very merciful, so Lord Krishna is also merciful, very merciful. So this is something very unique, because Radharani is merciful, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also merciful. And there are so many reasons that we just touched last week about. But then one of the details I didn't really go that much was as mentioned that Advaita Acharya is also one of the external reason for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to appear in this world. So Advaita Acharya is one of the Panchatattvas. He is actually Mahavishnu and Sadashiva combined. Actually, you cannot separate that. Mahavishnu and Sadashiva is probably very difficult to separate and understand. So it's a combined form. So Advaita Acharya appeared several years before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu this way. So he saw that the people were living like animals, and people were actually committing so many sinful activities, and they did not have any spiritual inclination at all. So in terms of timing, it is Advaita Acharya who really came first, and then he was the one who was invoking Lord to really appear, to descend down. So he worshipped Lord Krishna with Tulasi and Ganga water at the bank of Ganges. And that was another reason that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Navadvipa as the son of Devi and Jagannath Mishra. It was a full moon day with it actually lunar eclipse. We will cover that detail as we go with the flow of the Chaitanya Caritamrta. But before but I like to cover something which is actually something very, very important for us to know. So this is the very brief overlook of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here. So the life history of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has three parts. Adi Leela, the beginning, Madhya Leela, then the middle, and Antya Leela, which is at the end. Lord Chaitanya in the beginning played the role of Gaura Narayana. So I'm not, okay, this is actually the like after the Balya Leela and everything. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually he played as a Gaura Narayana. As Gaura Narayana, he married Laxmi Priya. So this Laxmi Priya is said to be Bhudevi, because you really have, because if you see Lord Narayana, if you see, he has Leela, Lakshmi, Leela, and then Bhudevi and Leela Devi. So these three, this is Bhudevi, that's what is believed. So as per these Gaura Narayanas, there is marriage also coming into picture. So this is the time as Gaura Narayana, he married Lakshmi Priya, and he is Bhudevi. In this marriage, it is so interesting that Sripad Ramanujacharya's descendants also coming here. I like to bring here now actually a little bit, just a moment, but it's all detailed in the Nawadvipa Dhama Mahatmya in more detail actually. So it is said in this Nawadvipa Dhama Mahimamrta that before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Sripad Ramanujacharya, when he was coming to Jagannath Puri, the Lord, that is Lord Jagannath, gave darshan to Sripad Ramanujacharya. And so then Sripad Ramanujacharya was instructed to go to Navadvipa, but to go only alone. This is very important. So he went alone. And of course, at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Prakata Leela did not happen. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there in the eternal, but he hasn't appeared. But then he was instructed, the Ramanujacharya was instructed to go to Navadvipa, especially the place where now it's called Vaikundapur. Vaikundapuri or Vaikundapur, it is there. And there, Ramanujacharya got a darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And by seeing that darshan, he was so bewildered or so happy, so much blissful. He said, I am not going to teach anything more. I want to reveal about you only. No, I am not going to really teach what I am teaching. And then, but the thing was, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he actually had to pacify Lord Sripad Ramanujacharya. So he said, no, you have to teach Vaikunta Bhakti and Vaitya Bhakti. And that is what you are really come. But in your heart, you should keep me, but don't reveal me to anyone. So that verse is, Tumi dasya rasa mora karah prachara, nije chitte gaura bhajani bara. Tumi dasya rasa mora karah prachara, nije chitte gaura bhajani bara. So this is coming, of course there are a lot of verses there. It is there in the 15th chapter of this Navadvipa Dham Mahimamrta. Okay, I will cover later probably a little bit more when we cover that place when we come and then talking about Vaikuntapura. Okay, so when Sripad Ramanujacharya begged to participate, he begged. He was begging, at least, you have to give me some chance for me to really be in your pastime when you are coming. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, yes, I will give a small part, ready for a short time. That Sripad Ramanujacharya then appeared at the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descension as Sri Ananda. So Sripad Ramanujacharya appeared as Sri Ananda in Chaitanya Leela. And this Sri Ananda was the one who arranged and conducted the marriage between Gaura Narayan and this Laxmi Priya. Laxmi Priya is Bhudevi. Now, Lord Chaitanya Actually, there are two kinds of Leelas. One I said was Gaura Narayana Leela. So where Sri means Laxmi, and then Bhu Devi, who came as Laxmi Priya, and Neela Devi. So these are the three that they are in Vaikunta. So these Bhu Devi came as Laxmi Priya. When the Vaikunta Leela was completed though, Laxmi Priya had to be sent back to Vaikunta. But again, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission was, he really planned it to not to be here for a long time. Because he lived, I believe, 48 years or 38 years, something like that only, about 40 something. So what happened was, because of the Leela's arrangement by the Yogamaya, a snake actually bit Laxmi Priya, and Laxmi Priya left this world. But people may say that, oh, she was bitten by a snake. But how can this accident can happen? And again, in front of the Lord, not only in front of the, in front means not in front, well, Lord is actually present in this here. And how can it happen in his same family or something? No, actually it was not an accident. When Gaura Narayana Leela was over, Lord sent Laxmi Devi, not Laxmi Devi, Bhu Devi, back to Vaikunta. So in this Leela, mood of union, this Vaikunta is mood of union. And in the mood of union, the consort may leave, but Lord stays. So now the second Leela, that is Gauranga Leela, is Radha Krishna. So this is the mood of separation, not mood of union. So the union is there, but the primarily mood of separation is more important in Gauranga Leela. Gauranga Leela, which is Radha Krishna. So here he marries Vishnu Priya. Who is this Vishnu Priya? This Vishnu Priya is none other than Bhakti Devi. Bhakti Devi, this is very, very important to understand. So this Bhakti Devi is what Bhakti Devi? Braja Bhakti Devi. And in Braja, the soul is what? We relish more of Vibralamba. That is the reason if you see, and Lord Krishna actually became uprakat, and he received, he went in the mood of the Dwaraka Krishna, basically Lord Narayana, and went to Dwaraka, Madura and then Dwaraka, he never came back. Because not only he wanted to relish this thing, and all the, especially us. So for us, when we hear about this, all the pangs of separation by Radharani and Gopis, this is what is the treasure for us. So this is Bhakti Devi is really coming here to really take the role how the Bhakti is always in the mood of separation, Vipralamba. So here, Lord will leave. Okay? So in the Gaura Narayana Leela, who leaves? The consort will leave. Lord stays. But here, who leaves? Lord leaves. Braja or Prema Bhakti is enriched with mood of separation. It is Vipralamba. If you see that if that thing did not happen in that Braja Leela that happened 5,000 years ago, how can we really relish? This is all arranged by the Yogamaya. So that when we really sing the Gopi Gita, Jayati Deyati Kam Janma, when we really sing these, all those, Gopi Gita itself is a pinnacle, and also Premara Gita, and all those, these things that we really see, how we are relishing. This is the real Braja Bhakti. Not by, Lakshmi Kalyana, Sita Kalyana, these and marriaging. No, that is not. That marriage is not the Braja Bhakti, that is Vaitya Bhakti. So in the beginning, Gaura Narayana Leela, that was what Lord was actually playing there. And after Lord Caitanya took sannyas, Vishnu Priya would collect. You know how she will chant the mantra and the Mahamantra. After chanting Mahamantra, she actually for every mantra, she will put one rice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One rice from this one bowl to the other bowl for using for the cooking. And then at the end, that whatever she really collected, that was what she offered to Chaitanya Deity. How? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arranged to get her a nice deity for her to worship. And she cooked that and then that was the only thing that she really honored as prasadam. And now this is Vishnu Priya, is the Bhakti Devi. Even though we say that Tulasi Maharani is also, we say Bhakti Devi ki Jai, yes, so he's actually coming through her also, definitely. But Bhakti Devi is mainly actually Vishnu Priya. Now, it is said in some scripture that once when living in the forest, Lord Rama smiled. It was a peculiar smile. So Sita Devi immediately noticed, because usually when especially the husband actually smiles something sometimes vague like this, and the wife cannot, she'll be so curious, why did he smile, anyway. So Sita Devi asked why Lord Rama was smiling. Then Lord Rama was telling, oh Sita Devi, in this pastime I will weep in separation from you sometime. And that time I will worship you with an image of you. I'll make a golden deity of you and I will worship you. But at the same time, in the next Leela, you will weep in separation from me. And you will worship me with an image of me. This is exactly what you see in the Rama Leela and this Krishna Leela. We can see that it's nicely. Chaitanya Leela. We can see this very, very nicely. We know that Lord Rama worshipped the deity of Sita Devi when performing the yajna, because the yajna could not be performed unless there was actually also the consort also supposed to be with Ram. So he had to make only thing was he really made a golden deity of Sita Devi as per the instruction by those sages and then the ministers, and that was he did. And here Vishnu Priya worshipped the deity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during the Sannyas Leela. The deity you see at the right is exactly the deity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worshipped by Vishnu Priya. And when we go to the Navadvipa, we can actually see all these things. This deity is very special. If you see the deity, you will see that the arms, because normally Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like this. There will be like this upper up, like holding the arm up there. Also like Lord Nityananda Prabhu. But in this deity, it's like this. It has a very special significance. And in fact, as a matter of fact, we also got Chaitanya Mahaprabhu deity in our temple here at home temple, exactly the same. Very, very same. But anyway, so this information, whatever that I was conveying, or to understand how all these Leelas have been so wonderfully planned and so intricate, and these devotees are able to really get a taste of, even including this Vaikuntha Bhava, the Dasya Bhava, everything. And primarily Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give Braja Bhakti, that no avatar can ever give. That is the unique contribution from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. None can give. Lord Vishnu cannot give. Lord Narayana cannot give. Lord Rama cannot give. Nobody can give. Only Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give that. So Lord's divine birth and pastimes took place at this Sri Nawadvipa Dham. And Sridhar Maharaj actually, it's a wonderful book. It's a golden book. He really composed a wonderful book I have. So see, he's singing like this. Dvipa Navya Ganga Banga Janma Karma Darshitam Srinivasa Vasa Danya Nama Rasa Harshitam Sri Hari Priya Pujya Disachi Purandaram Prema Dhama Devam Yeva Naumi Gaura Sundaram Dvipa Navya Ganga Banga Janma Karma Darshitam Srinivasa Vasa Tanya Nama Rasa Harshitam Sri Hari Priya Pujya Disachi Purandaram Prema Dhama Devam Yeva Naumi Gaura Sundaram. The Lord's divine birth and pastimes took place at Sri Nawadvipa Dham. on the banks of the holy Ganga. He blessed the house of Srinivasa Angana, Srivas, filling the hearts with transcendental mellows of the holy names. Because in Srivas, this Srivas Anga, which that in the Navadvipa Parikrama we are planning to go visit, it has so much of histories. So much of history means so much of histories. Every day Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing Nama Sankirtan, so special. Not everyone could really even enter this place. Because they will ask, in the gate they will be asking, how many rounds did you chant today? Did you do 64 rounds? Get in. Otherwise, no, you cannot enter. So this was it was not for everybody. And always during the night, throughout the night, the Nama Sankirtan will be going on and going on and going on. And even once, Sriva's own son passed away. And Srivas, he hid the body somewhere in the back, so that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he just in that mood, he's singing and singing. The Sankirtan movement is going on, but he wanted to cover. Later, when he really found out that what happened, then he really came out, and then he immediately got, he really asked the boy, because he already dead, the boy was dead. After a long time only, he easily came to know. Then he says, okay, not a problem, all right, I'll wake up the boys. And then he asked, get up, wake up. And the boy from the dead body, he came up. Where do you want to pass? Because he wanted that boy to speak what is happening there. Because he left his body in the middle of the high peak Nama Sankirtan. And then the boy, just that soul, entered into the body, and then the boy talked. Then he was asking, where do you want to live? And the boy then talked, I want to live at this auspicious moment. I have another high place to go by your mercy, and please let me go. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, you can go. So anyway, look at here, how the Nama Sankirtan was so much blissful. I sing with joy. And because of so much of mellows of holy names were all vibrating in the entire Nawadvipa. And also it says in this sloka, right? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dutifully also respected his mother Sachidevi and father Sri Mishra, and to his wives Sri Laxmi Priya and Sri Vishnu Priya. He was the Lord of their lives. I sing with joy the unending glories of Gaura Sundara, the beautiful, my golden Lord, the one and only divine abode of pure love. This is how. Now, yes, we have only 12 minutes to go. Even though Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a hidden avatar, because Lord Krishna came as a devotee of himself, there were so many times he showed his divine form to the devotees and associates. His associates and devotees always saw Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Bhagavan. But even then, once in a while, when certain mood manifests there during their association, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose to show some forms. Once to Srivasa Pandita, when he was worshipping Lord Narasimhadev, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived there, and in the mood of Lord Narasimhadev, he manifested the form of Lord Narasimhadev. Another time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed his form at the house of Murari Gupta. Who is this Murari Gupta? This Murari Gupta is Hanuman. Murari Gupta and other devotees together were talking about Varaha Deva in one time. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, getting in this mood, showed himself as Lord Varaha. And another time, once Advaita Acharya was dancing in ecstasy, and no one could stop him. He goes and crazy. He was dancing and dancing for no reason. Nobody could stop what was happening. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came to know what is going on. And he arrived at the scene and he asked Sri Advaita Acharya, what do you want? Oh, he said, I want to see your universal form that you showed to Arjun. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes, manifested the universal form. Lord Nityananda Prabhu also happened to be there at the scene. In amazement, both fell down as a stick at the feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, what is this universal form? This universal form is Mahavishnu's form. It's Lord Advaita himself. So he wanted to see himself in the body of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in another case, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed himself to the same Murari Gupta in the form of Lord Ramachandra with Sita Devi and Sri Lakshman. Murari Gupta was the Hanuman who also descended with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyway, there are more wonderful histories are there, more as we go. And now before we conclude, we will see all these, as we proceed the Chaitanya Caritamrta. So especially we are planning to cover the Navadvipa Dhama Parikrama angle, because by knowing this about the Navadvipa Parikrama and the associated histories coming from Chaitanya Caritamrta, so that is how I am trying to blend, so that those who haven't really even seen Navadvipa Dham, it will be very, very, very important to really understand before we really go there. So that was the reason for this particular class, the episode that we are covering. But anyway, the most important darshan of Lord Gauranga was given to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Lord Chaitanya showed him in Chatur Bhuja form. Chatur Bhuja. Chatur means Shatbhuj. Yeah, Chatbhuj actually. Sat means 6, Chatbhuj form. So to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So this Shatbhuj form has 6 hands. Right? That's what it is. Sat means 6 hands. What are they? 2 hands of Lord Krishna holding flute, 2 hands of Lord Rama holding bow and arrow, and 2 hands of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one holding the danda and the other holding the kamandala. So this form was also shown to Murari Gupta sometime as we go along with Chaitanya Caritamrta. The room that we really see in this picture, where he really showed this Satpuj form, can be still found in Jagannath Puri temple when we go. We plan to visit there as well. So what you see in this picture is the same room of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Okay, so I think we have timed very well today. Okay, yes, we have 4 more minutes to go. So I want to give a summary. So what are the things that we covered for this today's class in this 1 hour? So we talked about descendants of Ganga Devi, that is Holy Ganges, how she manifested, and why Ganga Devi is called Bhagirathi, and also why Ganga Devi is also called Jahnavi, and also we covered the 9 islands of Navadvipa. Just we went through, nothing, we didn't really go in each in detail, but we will go as we go. And also we mapped these 9 angas of Bhakti to these 9 islands. And Navadvipa is a hidden Vrindavan. And we also went through these 12 forests, the main forests that are mapped to the 9 islands. And Navadvipa is the manifestation of this Suvaitadvipa. And then also, so that we covered. Then guardian of Navadvipa is again Lord Shiva here, and Mayapura, which is in the Andardvipa, is the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are a lot of histories, so many wonderful things, especially Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the one who really brought so much things to really bring this place out so that now we are enjoying by seeing by actually having the darshan of all these holy places that belongs to him, and also his guru of course our Guru Parampara, and then also the marrying of Laxmi Priya. So then that he did, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did during the Gaura Narayana Leela, and also marrying of Vishnu Priya, that is part of the Sannyasa Leela. And Lord Chaitanya showed his divine forms to so many associates. Now, as a route to the next week's topic, this is what I want to just see. So, before we conclude today, here is a question that leads to the subject of next class. Who is the most merciful? I am just putting Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, basically Radharani. Radharani is there. So I didn't put Radharani as a separate. Or Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So we know Lord Rama is Maryada Purushottama. He is bound to honor Dharma, and he always follows the Dharma very strict. Even that was the reason, we have, even if you see that, she even banished Sita Devi to go to forest, just because a washerman really told something bad about Sita Devi being in Sri Lanka. So he is Maryada Purushottama. So we can see that. Then Krishna is Leela Purushottama. Yes, he is merciful, but he is more of a Leela Purushottama. And then we see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the Prema Purushottama. He is the only one who can give Prema. But how can he give Prema Purushottama? He's not, right? I mean, of course, he just came to give to everybody. But the real Prema, that is awarded by another personality who is behind, who is Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Even though the Shastra is not really saying any specific about like similar to Maryada Purushottama, Leela Purushottama, or Prema Purushottama, I am thinking that probably he can be called as Dayala Purushottama. He is the most merciful. So Lord Rama is said to be an ocean of mercy, but does not deviate Dharma. Right? As I mentioned, so Sita Devi was even banished. Lord Krishna is said to be even greater ocean of mercy, but mainly performs Leela pastimes. So he is the supreme object of worship. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Prema Purushottama. He came to give Prema to the Jivas. But Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Dayala Purushottama. I think he is the source of all the Gurus. So to get Lord Krishna's mercy, of course we are not talking about Lord Rama here, so that's a different thing. But here Lord Krishna, if we want to get the mercy of Lord Krishna, we need to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we need to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Because I don't remember that we covered or something, maybe it's probably just mentioned the glorious pastime with Jagai and Matai. If you see that is Nityananda Prabhu's this Dayala Rupa. He's Dayala. His mercy can be clearly seen, by in that incident itself. So now, how to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu? For that we need the mercy from Gurudev. So only everything eventually boils down to Guru Bhakti only. So from Guru Bhakti, so Guru's mercy gives Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, because he is the Guru Tattva, Aganda Guru Tattva. Then because from his mercy we get Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only we can get this Krishna Bhakti. Otherwise it's not possible. So the most merciful is Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And so that leads to the next week's session. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All glories to Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Parampara, Gaur Pramanande, Hare Krishna.